Undefined accusations is equal to no case. So, no defined crime, no proof, no high crime. Mga kababayan, tandaan ninyo, impeachment is not a numbers game. Hindi ito paramihan ng galit. Paramihan ito ng ebidensya. So if the allegations do not meet the constitutional threshold under Article 11, then the impeachment complaint is not only weak, it is constitutionally defective.
Shout out us reaction vlog, YouTube channel, please like and subscribe.
Ma'am, sa impeachment ni VP Sara opinion naman po. Ma'am, unsa imo reaction sa impeachment ni VP Sara kay luoy na ko niya? Unsa pod imong opinion about sa impeachment ni VP Sara? Shout out sa inyo mga sir. Sir Jump Jump, Sir Reynaldo Beltran, at Sir Reynante Ganap Mabasa. Hello po sa inyo at maraming salamat sa inyong mga comments po. Mga kababayan, welcome to my POV again. Let's get straight to the point. Ang impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte ay hindi simpleng opinion. Ito ay isang constitutional process na dapat nakabase sa ebidensya, batas, at due process. Hindi sa politika, hindi sa personal na galit. Mga kababayan, linawin lang natin. Ang impeachment is a formal legal process to charge high-ranking officials for serious wrongdoing. Hindi pa ito parusa, accusation pa lang ito na dadaan sa masusing proseso. At malinaw sa 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 11, Section 2, ang pwedeng ma-impeach ay President, Vice President, Supreme Court Justices, Constitutional Commissioners, at Ombudsman. At ang grounds lamang ay culpable violation of the Constitution o mga kasalanang paglabag sa Constitution, treason o pagtataksil, bribery o panunuhol, graft and corruption, other high crimes, and betrayal of public trust. And take note, exclusive list ito. Hindi pwedeng dagdagan, hindi pwedeng imbintuhin. So what's the process mga kababayan? Under Article 11, Section 3, complaint is filed in the House of the Representatives. Then, the House has the exclusive power to initiate impeachment at kailangan ng 1/3 vote para umusad, and the Senate has the sole power to try and decide. At sa Senado, hindi ito political stage. Ito ay isang hukuman. Evidence must be competent, admissible, substantial. At huwag nating kalimutan ang Article 3, Section 1, Bill of Rights, na no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So, ibig sabihin mga kababayan, kahit Vice President pa yan, hindi pwedeng chismis, hindi pwedeng haka-haka, hindi pwedeng pressure ng publiko. Kailangan ebidensya. Now, let's cross-examine the allegations. Round 1. Culpable violation of the Constitution. Ang legal standard nito ay must be willful and intentional, must violate a specific constitutional provision, must be done in bad faith. So my questions. Which exact article or section ang nilabag? Ano ang specific act? May proof ba na sinadya na ito? Mga kababayan, policy disagreements is not equal to constitutional violation. Kung walang specific provision na nilabag, kung walang intentional act, then legally, no culpable violation. Ground 2, betrayal of public trust. Ang legal standard nito is based on jurisprudence like impeachment cases. Must be grave, must be manifestly wrongful, must cause clear public harm. So ang tanong ko, ano ang konkretong betrayal? Nasaan ang measurable damage? May direct evidence ba? Hindi sapat ang political disagreement. public dissatisfaction, at social media outrage. Mga kababayan, opinion is not evidence. Kung walang grave misconduct, no betrayal of public trust. Ground 3, graft and corruption. Ang legal standard nito, dapat may misappropriation ng public funds, may personal gain, may documented evidence. At tandaan, under Article 9D, ang Commission on Audit o COA ang nag-audit ng public funds. So my questions, nasaan ang COA adverse findings? Nasaan ang paper trail? Nasaan ang personal gain? COA cleared her, mga kababayan. And COA findings are clean. So kung walang documented misuse, then legally, no graft, no corruption. Hearsay is equal to legally insufficient. Fourth ground, other high crimes. Ang legal standard nito must be a defined offense under law, must be serious, must be proven with evidence. So my questions, anong specific crime? Defined ba ito sa batas? Nasaan ang proof? Undefined accusations is equal to no case. So, no defined crime, no proof, no high crime. Mga kababayan, tandaan ninyo, impeachment is not a numbers game. Hindi ito paramihan ng galit. Paramihan ito ng ebidensya. So if the allegations do not meet the constitutional threshold under Article 11, then the impeachment complaint is not only weak, it is constitutionally defective. Now, kung walang constitutional violation, betrayal, corruption, high crime, ang tanong, bakit ipinipilit ang impeachment? Justice ba ito o political agenda? Ginagamit ba ang Constitution bilang weapon? Kapag walang krimen, pero may impeachment, yan ay political persecution. I believe that the Supreme Court will uphold the Constitution, ensure due process, and prevent abuse of impeachment powers. Because the Constitution is not a weapon. It is a shield for justice. Now, let's look at the biblical lens, mga kababayan. Sa Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2, says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Dili ka magsunod sa usa ka panon sa katawhan sa pagbuhat og dautan." So, hindi porke marami ang naniniwala. Tama na. Truth is not determined by majority. Neither shalt thou speak to wrest judgment. Dili ka usab magsaksi sa usa ka buruka, kuyog sa usa ka panon sa katawhan aron sa pagtuis sa katarungan. So, justice must not be influenced by public pressure. Hindi pwedeng i-bend ang katotohanan dahil lang sa dami ng nagsasalita. Sa 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 19, it says there, "Do not entertain an accusation unless supported by 2 or 3 witnesses." Dili ka magdawat og sumbong batok sa usa ka ansyano, gawas kung adunay duruha kung tutulo ka saksi. So, hindi dapat tinatanggap ang paratang kung walang ebidensya. Hindi sapat ang chismis, haka-haka, o political claims. This is due process, even in the Bible. And lastly, na ibibigay ko na Bible verse sa inyo, Proverbs chapter 17 verse 15. It says there, "He that justifieth the wicked, kadtong magapamatarong sa dautan, and he that condemneth the just, og kadtong magasilot sa matarong, even they both are abomination. Silang duruha, managsama maoy dulumtanan sa makagagahom." So, false accusations for personal gain are not justice, mga kababayan. They are sin against truth and the law. Parehong mali ang pagdepensa sa may sala at pagparusa sa inosente. Kung pinaparusahan ang walang kasalanan, ito ay hindi lang injustice, kundi kasalanan. So mga kababayan, malinaw na walang constitutional violation, walang betrayal of public trust, walang graft o corruption, at walang high crime. The impeachment complaint fails in form and substance. I stand with Vice President Sara Duterte, not for politics, but for the rule of law, due process, and fairness. Impeachment is serious business. Kung mahina ang kaso, walang impeachment, walang justice.